Amid the scorching sands of the Egyptian desert, an extraordinary discovery shook the world of archaeology and rewrote our understanding of ancient history. Imagine this: complete ships, perfectly preserved, buried over 4,600 years ago in the middle of the desert. Yes, you heard that right. These vessels are even older than the pyramids of Giza themselves. But how is this possible? How did ships end up in the middle of the desert? This is a story that will challenge everything you thought you knew about ancient Egypt. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any other revealing and intriguing videos like this one. Activate the notification bell and dive with us into these ancient mysteries. In 1991, archaeologists made a discovery that seemed to defy logic. In Abydos, a region that is now pure desert, they found 14 ceremonial ships dating back to around 3000 BC. These vessels belonged to the first pharaoh of Egypt's first dynasty, the legendary King Aha. To give you an idea of the magnitude of this discovery, when these ships were built, the Great Pyramid of Giza didn't even exist yet. It would only be erected about 500 years later. But what makes this discovery even more fascinating is the impressive scale. Each ship measured about 25 meters 82 feet in length, equivalent to an 8-story building laid flat. The ships were found in an area archaeologists call a funerary complex, a sacred site where ancient Egyptians performed rituals for the afterlife. Abydos, where the ships were found, is located roughly 800 kilometers, 497 miles south of Cairo, Egypt's modern-day capital. The mystery deepens when we examine the historical context. 5,000 years ago, Egypt's climate was drastically different. Geological studies reveal that the region was much wetter, with rivers winding through what is now only sand. The Nile, the world's longest river at 6,650 kilometers, 4,130 miles, had a different course with many branches that know. This discovery raises a question. Could these vessels have navigated channels that have since vanished? The preservation of these ships defies modern understanding. Built with cedar wood planks imported from Lebanon, a journey of over 800 kilometers at the time. The ships were carefully disassembled and buried in specially dug trenches in the desert. The walls of these trenches were reinforced with mud bricks, creating underground garages that preserved the vessels for millennia. But why would anyone bury ships in the desert? The answer lies deep in ancient Egypt's religious beliefs. Egyptians believed that after death, the pharaoh would need to journey through the skies with the sun god Ra on his solar bark. These buried ships were thought to be the means of transport for the pharaoh's journey. In the afterlife, every detail in their construction held symbolic meaning. The raised prows represented sunrise, while the stern symbolized sunset. What makes this discovery even more extraordinary is the level of naval technology demonstrated in these ships. The ancient Egyptians developed shipbuilding techniques so advanced that some are still in use today. 5,000 years later, the planks were joined using a sophisticated system of mortise and tenon joints, and lashings without metal nails. This method allowed the vessels to be more flexible and resilient against the Nile's currents. The numbers associated with this discovery are impressive. It took more than 20 years of meticulous excavations to reveal all the ships. The archaeological team included over 50 specialists from 12 different countries. Each ship contained approximately 5,000 individual parts that needed cataloging and study. The documentation process generated over 30,000 photos and technical drawings. Modern analyses have revealed surprising details about the society that built these ships. For example, tool marks on the wood suggest that at least 100 artisans worked on each vessel. Inscriptions found on the ships indicate that some artisans came from regions as distant as modern-day Syria, demonstrating that ancient Egypt was already a globalized society 5,000 years ago. But perhaps the most intriguing aspect of this discovery is what it reveals about natural climate changes. The region where the ships were found now receives less than 1 millimeter of rain per year. But geological analyses indicate that when these ships were built, the area received about 200 millimeters annually. This dramatic climate shift occurred over just a few thousand years, transforming a wet and fertile environment into the desert we know today. Modern technology has enabled us to uncover even more secrets from these ancient vessels. Detailed 3D scans have revealed that the ships had a load capacity of around 40 tons, the equivalent of 7 adult elephants. The builders used over 15 different types of marine knots to join the parts, some so complex that they challenged the understanding of today's maritime experts. This discovery continues to spark heated debates in the scientific community. Some researchers believe these ships were not merely religious symbols, but also represented the pharaoh's political power. After all, controlling the Nile's trade routes was crucial to maintaining power in ancient Egypt. Each ship discovered tells a different story about how one of the greatest civilizations of antiquity developed and thrived. The legacy of these ships continues to shape our understanding of the past. Today, archaeological teams use cutting-edge technology, such as ground-penetrating radar and thermal imaging, to search for more ancient vessels hidden beneath the desert sands. Who knows how many more secrets are still waiting to be discovered? If you were fascinated by this incredible archaeological find, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We have many more amazing stories about ancient discoveries, lost civilizations, and unexplained mysteries to share with you. Activate notifications and join our community of past explorers. In upcoming videos, we'll reveal more incredible secrets that the desert has kept for millennia. Don't miss out. Leave a like, share with your friends, and let us know in the comments which other mysteries of ancient Egypt would you like to unravel.